A Utah couple who are also first cousins has crossed state lines into Colorado to get married.
How's it going, guys? If you're wondered why I'm dressed so fancy, it's because I spent the day student teaching at the middle school. I helped with the special needs class for a couple hours. It was really fun. Those kids have a lot of energy, but I thought it was really cool. On a less touching and personal matter, let's check out these cousins that want to bone each other.
Angie's my first love. She was my first kiss. And she's the first person I've experienced any genuine, real romantic feelings for.
Excuse me, I'm eating chocolate-covered raisins. Like a boss. They're so good.
So good and tasty.
So good and tasty?
I was always drawn to him.
When I look at her face, I get this type of spiritual connection. In fact, sometimes I'll just stare at her.
So yeah, apparently these first cousins are in love and they got married. Lit.
There's a magnetism between us. He's a part of me. He's my favorite cousin.
You don't say. He's your favorite cousin? Well, he ought to be, because he's your husband.
My mother and her father are brother and sister.
Weird! My mother and her father are brother and sister. Is this worse than banging your half-sister? Like, is first cousin worse than half-sister? I don't know. Seems pretty close.
I've known Angie my whole life, and I've known the family my whole life. Since we're cousins, we have this deeper sense of familiarity that you wouldn't achieve with someone else. I don't have those type of reservations that I would with meeting a new woman.
Are these people just born without that line of like, I feel like there's two separate loves. There's like family love and romantic love, and there's a clear-cut line between the two. Apparently these people are oblivious to this line, doesn't exist in their world, and he just thinks that the family love is, I don't know, I think he watched way too much incest porn.
I trust her, I know her mind, I know her heart.
You look so cute and I look so weird.
Why? They're literally looking at like childhood pictures. Like, it's great, because anytime they need to go to a family reunion, they don't have to go to two sides of the family. It's just one side. Anytime that they need to find baby pictures, childhood pictures, it's fine. They only have to look for one set because they're in the pictures together. This just makes life easier.
We were at a family reunion, and we were holding hands, staring into each other's eyes, and looking at him felt like I was looking at my own soul.
It felt like you were looking at your own soul? Probably because you guys look like brother and sister.
Shining back at me with all this love and radiance and just the glory of the sun smiling at me, and we said we love each other.
This glory of the sun that she's talking about is actually the flames of hell.
Now that we're adults and single, it's been a dream come true. I never thought I'd be able to be with Michael in this way.
It is a real love story. I truly love her in every sense.
Usually you wouldn't think of two first cousins being in love.
The cringe meter is off the charts. Ugh. They literally look like they're related.
Okay, Michael, Angie, it's good to meet both of you.
Thank you very much.
These are two good-looking people. Why can't you find two other good-looking people? Why do you have to be with your cousin?
The population is that it's unnatural for first cousins to marry.
Sure, there's something there, a little taboo there, a little stigma attached to that.
Right.
But that's a Western culture thing, for sure.
There's a little taboo, but I mean, that's a modern Western culture thing, you know, and we live in the middle of America, so that doesn't apply to us. What's this guy saying? Like, oh, that's a first world thing. Like, what, do you want to go live in the third world? You want to go get married in Africa?
That's true. This is a culture-specific thing because in many cultures, West Africa.
So there was no way for us to get together and even discover that our feelings were the same our whole lives.
The way she keeps looking at him is so cringy.
One time, we went to visit each other. I brought my wife, she brought her ex-husband, and I just remember looking at this guy, and the first thought that came to my mind is, who is this clown?
Who is this clown? Is this your husband? I kissed her first. I'm her first cousin and her first kiss. Jesus. He's like, yeah, I went on vacation with my wife and my cousin and her husband, and me and my cousin just looked at each other like, what are we doing with these people? You know, this is the real thing that's going on.
What is he doing here? She's not with the right person. I'm looking at my ex-wife and what am I doing?
Now, in fact, just 3 weeks ago, Angie and Michael left the state of Utah, tied the knot in Colorado.
You tell me the state where you can't get a drop of alcohol, but you can have 7 wives, won't let you marry your cousin? I mean, you know how jealous this guy probably is? Like, his next door neighbor, Jerry, has 7 wives in his house, but he can't even marry his cousin? I mean, that seems a little unfair.
There was a lot of innuendo there, like, let's go to the hot tub, I can show you my house, no one will be there.
This dude definitely watched too much incest porn. Let's go to the hot tub, I can deliver you a pizza.
Pizza delivery. I got an extra large sausage just for you.
I asked if he was willing to kiss, and he said yes.
I'm just waiting for Chris Hansen to walk in with Dateline.
Next, Pizza Man makes me an offer that I can refuse. You want a slice?
I said with tongue, and he said yes. And
I said with tongue, and he said yes.
so I was just elated. I couldn't believe that I was going to get the chance to kiss him.
We kissed for at least 3 hours. It ended up escalating to a point where I can't really say.
It sounds like a guy who's like trying to brag about banging a girl. He's like, I shouldn't really say. But he's actually doing it for legal reasons because he's banging his cousin.
It's actually illegal to have any kind of sexual relations with your first cousin.
I can't even imagine, like, if they have a kid, like, they should not legally be allowed to have a kid. If they have a kid, it's going to be like the second coming of Ricky Berwick. Their kid is going to be like one of the monsters from Spy Kids. Their kid is going to be casted in the next Hills Have Eyes movie.
Please don't kill me.
Being prosecuted and potentially arrested, that is a real concern, but I don't care.
Being arrested is kind of scary, but I'm like, I really want to bang my cousin, so can you imagine that guy in prison? He's like not even mad that his inmate wants to bang him. He's mad because his inmate isn't his cousin.
Cohabiting and having sexual relations in Utah, is that against the law in Utah?
It is. Let's go back in time about 60 years ago.
Let's go back in time 1,000,000 years ago when you had no choice and the only person left on the earth was your cousin.
And what if the question was asked, would it be okay to have an interracial marriage? Let's say someone's white, someone's black.
He's like comparing interracial relationships to like inter-family relationships. Like, where's the line draw? Like, if you can marry your first cousin, are you going to be able to marry your sister? Like, and then we're going to have a bunch of 5-armed, 6-legged babies running around.
There are many of those people out there who just feel this need to besmirch our good name.
Subscribe to their UVid channel.
We got a full effect love shield going on for them haters.
Full effect love shield. Our incestual love shield is blocking out the haters. Yay!
Michael and I are first cousins, and we've always known our whole lives that we love each other.
What is this, incest book?
We're crazy. I'm crazy for you.
Stop showing them kissing. It's gross. I don't like it.
When I'm on stage with them, I just really hope they don't try to touch me or hug me.
He goes to hug his other cousin, and she's like, "You trying to bang me too, weirdo?"
Because I am so disgusted with their relationship and what they're doing.
They wouldn't have announced it on Facebook, half naked, on the bed, tongues down each other's throat for the whole family.
Michael had his shirt off.
We have a family Facebook page.
Yeah.
They're posting this on that page.
That was the only photograph we had.
Just take another picture. How jarring is that? You go to your family Facebook page, like, wonder how grandma's doing. Oh, is that Uncle Michael? Is that my aunt? Are they banging?
And Angie believed that their cousin Kathy's anger may stem from jealousy,
Yeah, I think so.
wishing she was the one with Michael.
Just a theory we've tossed around. We've tossed around some theories.
No!
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.